It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And Bruno Fernandes has that in abundance.
With Fernandes and with Cavani, who scores in red for the very first time.
3-1 at Goodison Park to an Everton side 2 weeks ago was outsiders to win the Premier League. That's what everyone said. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if he had lost this game, was going to be sacked. He's just got a knack of pulling out a result when he needs it. But I'm absolutely pumped with this. I'm absolutely stoked for Ole, for United, and for the players, more importantly, because the scrutiny that the club has been under the last week has been immense. Immense. And I didn't see that coming. What a win. 3-1. Didn't see that coming. Ole's gone to Goodison Park before and got smashed. Remember that? 2 seasons ago? 4-0? Look, to be honest, the honest truth is I feared the worst. I thought, mate, I don't think the lads are going to be able to pull a result that we're going to need. A result that could keep Ole in his job. And to think that he needs a result just to keep his job is mad in itself, if you ask me. I'll get into that a bit later. But what this showed me was that these group of players actually do believe in Ole. These players are fighting for him. We went 1-0 down today, and they fought back. They showed a bit of fight in them, which we haven't seen much lately. So I'm wrapped with this. Look, I just hope now we can build on this. We can stretch this out, go on a long run. Last season we went 19 games unbeaten throughout the middle of the season. I don't think we're going to be able to do something that impressive again, but who knows? We're building now. We've got a better squad. The squad depth now is ridiculous. I wouldn't say ridiculous, but it's way better than it was this time last year. In fact, how's this for some perspective? This time last year, points-wise, we are better off. That is mental. Because this time last year, we were talking about Ole getting sacked. Same thing. But the way everyone's carrying on, he's got to be sacked. This is a shocking start to the season. I'll grant you that. It is a shocking start to the season. But have a look at the big picture. Look, I'm looking at the league table now after this win. All right? Look, we are in 14th spot, yeah? But we've only played 7 games. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We have got a long way to go. And look at this. We are literally... Look, if I mention the name Chelsea, you're probably thinking, look, behind Liverpool and City, Chelsea are next in line for challenging for a title. In fact, depending how tonight's game go, you could put them in front of City. We are literally a game behind, a game in hand against Chelsea. We win that. We're 2 points behind Chelsea. Turn it up. Turn it up. All right, granted, we got to fix the home form. I'll give you that. But I don't think things are as bad as what people make out. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think Ole won't keep his job or whatnot. But let's talk about the game. This game was unbelievable. I was wrapped with this. It was great to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer smiling again. Now, before the game even started, he was smiling on the bench, which showed me... I see a bit of confidence in Ole. I see something in Ole that, look, he's going to go down swinging. He's not just going to be in his shell and just letting the play unfold right before him. He's going to be confident. He's going to make the changes he wants to make, and he did, and he made a massive statement. Look, let me talk about the starting 11. I don't know about you guys at home, but for me, when I seen this starting 11 today, I thought, Jesus, Ole, your job's on the line here. I can't believe you are starting Fred and McTominay in the midfield with Juan Mata. I was shocked at that. I was shocked. But looking back now, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Looking back at that, Fred and McTominay were amazing. He can rely on them. He can trust them. I don't think he can trust Pogba. Pogba gets benched again. And you can't say it's fitness now. Paul Pogba is getting dropped. Look, it's a long season, and who knows what's going to happen in a few weeks' time. But He trusts Fred and McTominay, and it worked a treat. In that midfield battle with Doucouré and Allen, Fred and McTominay got the better of him. I don't think they dominated what some people are saying, but our midfield were mint last night. In fact, I always say this when we win, and generally when we win, it's because we've played well and everybody in the team has done their role. Now let's talk individual performances, all right? De Gea. To be fair, Dave didn't have too much to do. Steady as always. Wan-Bissaka, decent. Not his best of games. Victor Lindelof, I thought was, besides the first mistake, where Dominic Calvert-Lewin climbed on top of him and won the header to Bernard, besides that mistake, I thought he was immense today. Same as Harry Maguire, won every aerial duel that came his way. I thought Harry Maguire led today. Not as much as Bruno Fernandes, we'll get to him in a second, but he actually led from the back. Good captain's performance. Luke Shaw, before he went off, I thought he was mint. It's funny what happens to Luke Shaw. With a little bit of pressure, he tends to play well. He tends to pull out these performances. Now, I'm not saying he was a 10 out of 10 performance today, but he's been playing a lot better in recent weeks ever since we bought Telles. And the same thing happened last season when Brandon Williams was coming in the side. As soon as Brandon came into the team, Luke Shaw's performances went up. The same thing is happening now. Fred and McTominay. Ollie can trust these players. If you look closely at their games, they track back, they tackle, they run hard. They are literally, they are a brick wall in front of our defense. I thought Scott McTominay was fantastic. Very tidy on the ball today. Very, very rarely waste the ball. Fred created chances. Fred was everywhere. He did everything today. Through balls, running forwards, making overlapping runs for Marcus Rashford, sticking in his legs for some big tackles. I thought he was fantastic today, Fred. Some tactical fouls, hold up the play well. I thought Fred was mint. Juan Mata, look, I didn't really want Mata to start today. I thought away Goodison, probably not. He's going to be his greatest game. It's going to be too drifting out wide, not wide enough, coming in the middle. But he was decent today, Mata. I think generally I prefer to play Mata at home at Old Trafford when teams are playing the low block and he's got room to create. But today he found a bit of fucking space, and today he found a few good passes. He linked up well with Bruno Fernandes and Martial. He played well with Mata. Bruno Fernandes. Let's talk about this man for a second. What a guy. We've seen him go to Goodison Park last year and single-handedly pull a result out for us. And he's done the same thing this season, only he's just gone one step better and got 3 points for us single-handedly. 2 goals and assist. This guy is immense. Now, I will say this about Bruno, okay? He, at times when you watch him live, he can be frustrating. His passes are not always perfect. He does give the ball away. And to be fair, he gives the ball away a fair bit. But it's always forward thinking. It's always creating. It's always a through ball over the top. It's never backwards. It's never, wasting time. It's never not creating. It's always, how can we create? How can we open up the chances? How can we split the defense? And unfortunately, you're going to have to take the good with the bad with Bruno. And when the bad's bad, look, like it was against Turkey. It was Istanbul. Arsenal. When it was like Arsenal, he wasted the ball so much. He butchered it. But then when the bad's bad, when the good becomes good, look at what we got today. He is, on his day, he is probably one of the best midfielders in the Premier League on his day. And today was his day. I thought Marcus Rashford fought hard. Wasn't his best of games. Tried to sneak the goal from Bruno. Clearly missed it. Clearly hit the back post and went in without touching it. But yeah, it wasn't his best of games. Same as Anthony Martial. I didn't think he had a great game today. Although Martial, his hold-up play was fantastic. Every time we look for an outlet. He's always there, and we kick it to him. He's always got 1 or 3 to beat, and he tends to hold the ball and wait for a Rashford or a Bruno to come into play and hold it up. He did that very, very, very well. But I think to be a number 9 at United, you need to offer a little bit more than that. And I think it's only a matter of time until we see Cavani start for United. And talking about Edinson Cavani, what a 10 minutes display from the Uruguayan. Honestly, came on the same time as Pogba, and he was everywhere. Tracking back, blocking crosses from Seamus Coleman, getting down to the other end, scoring goals. I was pumped to see Edinson Cavani score his first goal. Honestly, wrapped for him. I hope now he can kick on from here. In fact, I've got no doubt in my mind he's going to be starting very soon ahead of Anthony Martial. It's a long season. We're going to need to rotate. We're playing week in, week out in the Champions League. So I've got no doubt in my mind we're going to see Edison start soon. Paul Pogba came on. It's a weird one, Pogba. 10 minutes to go, came on. Doesn't start, doesn't get in the team ahead of Fred or McTominay. I don't think Ollie trusts him. And to be fair, why would ya at the minute? He's in poor form. But looked decent when he came on. Won a few tackles, fought hard, nothing too amazing. But I'll tell you who was amazing when he came on, Axel Tuanzebe at left back. Luke Shaw, I don't know what happened with Luke Shaw. People say he got injured, but he didn't look injured, and he looked pissed off when he went off, when he kicked the ball away. I don't know what happened there. Maybe because Iwobi was coming to come on for play down that left flank or right flank for Everton. I think Solskjaer wanted a bit of pace, so he brought on Axel. Not that Luke Shaw doesn't have pace. It was a weird one for me. I don't know. But he looked good when he came on. Aerial duels, he won that. He won the battle with Iwobi, if you ask me. He looked good when he came on. It was weird seeing 3 centre-backs, though. But Ollie had to do what he had to do. Now, let's take a look at the stats. 7 shots to 13. We had multiple shots. Who is this United side? Where have you been the last 2 weeks? 1 shot on target for Everton to 5. We lost possession 55% to 45, but that doesn't really matter. But looking at the league table now. All right, let's take a look at the league table. As you can see, Chelsea sitting 3rd in the Premier League table, 5 points ahead of us. But we have a game in hand. Our next game is against West Brom. We win that game, we are literally 2 points behind Chelsea. Let's calm people. All right. Now, I always say, if you've watched the footy show, I don't take the league table serious until after about 8 games. As you can see now, 8 to 7 games, it's starting to shape up. And we can see City are ahead of us by a point. Arsenal are ahead of them by a point. It's still early days in the Premier League. A week is a long time in football. But now, fixtures, looking at the fixtures ahead, we got West Brom at home, Istanbul in the Champions League, Southampton away. On top of the Premier League, Southampton. Mate, they got battered by Spurs about a month ago. 4-1, did I lose? Remember Harry Kane got 4 assists and Son got 4 goals? They're on top of the Premier League. How does that work? I do not know. But yeah, Southampton away. We tend to play better away. And we got West Ham away, who are looking in good form after a win against Fulham today. Mate, what a penalty from Lukman. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, my 3-2-1 for today. Look, I thought there were many good performances today. It was really hard to pick my 3-2-1 today. I'm going to go 1 vote. Captain Harry Maguire. Thought Maguire was unreal today. Unlucky not to get a penalty, might I add. Dangerous in the box, composed on the ball, winning anything that came in the air his way in defence. He showed some leadership today. I thought he was unreal. 2 votes I gave to Fred. Very unlucky not to get man of the match. And Fred has been in some serious form of late. Now, he wasn't against Arsenal. Granted that. But his performances before that were mint. He has been probably our player of the season so far. Fred. He has been immense, and he was everywhere today. But unfortunately, Fred, when you get 2 goals and an assist, you have to be given man of the match. And that's why today, ladies and gentlemen, Bruno Fernandes was my man of the match. A proper captain's performance. He led without the armband. He put in tackles which you don't see these days. Those tackles against Seamus Coleman, what a battle that was. He was chasing everything. He would give the ball away, which he does, we spoke about before, but then he would run, get it back, tackle, keep possession, pass it to Rashford, move on. Unbelievable, just does not stop. There's just so much fight in him. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog, and Bruno Fernandes has that in abundance. So yes, my man of the match today was Bruno Fernandes. What a game. But yes, lads, we got some big games coming up. Internationals now. It's good to have a little bit of a break. I'm going to make a few, gives me a chance to make a few videos outside of the current play of football. But yeah, Manchester United related. But yeah, stay tuned for the footy show coming out this week. Big game tonight, Manchester City versus Liverpool. The time this is out, it's probably going to be a few hours away. So yeah, if you enjoyed the review, lads, please do me a massive favor. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out a ton. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Curtis. I'm blessed, football obsessed, and I wish you nothing but the best. Take care.